Yeah.
Okay, here we are. Good evening. Welcome to the League of Excellent Extraordinary Negroes. It's myself. It's the amazing Carla Stillwell. And no one
We are no
else.
longer a league. We are the dynamic duo tonight.
We just wanted
Because
to, we had to postpone our review. For those that may not know, there's some mess going on in Omaha, and we're going to go ahead and talk about it now. Okay, so first and foremost, July 9th was my birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Happy birthday to you.
But that night, Mother Nature was not having it, and she threw massive winds in Omaha, lots of rain. It looks like catastrophe outside. There are trees down in neighborhoods taking over whole houses. Like, there are trees in the middle of entire roads. It's real bad. Like, there are some places you can't even drive through. A lot of people in Omaha have not had power for 3 days now. 3 days with no power. My family has been hit by that. Jade has been hit by that. Marcus has been hit by that. Like, Jade was on earlier trying to hook up with us, and it just was not working. Signal wasn't strong. She ain't got no power in the house. It's all crazy. So we had to postpone our review for today because Carla and I felt that we need to give this episode of Loki a fair and balanced review. And that would not happen with us on the reins.
I'm sorry. I can give a spoiler of how I feel about this episode. White tears. I drink them.
But we are going to go ahead and next week do a recap and review of this episode and the finale episode. But because, there is a lot that has happened and the world is stressful, we just want to hop on real quick, let you know what's going on, and also tell you what a Nick or Carla watching.
What a Nick and Carla watching.
Yes, this is a whole spinoff that Jay didn't know existed, but here it is. So because of who we are and what we stand for and where we exist, I should shout out that this week Black Widow did come out. It's the latest film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Carla, are you excited about this particular movie at all?
I was told by my nerd spies in the street that I can get around to it one night when eating popcorn and there's nothing else on television.
Oh.
So I'm not really excited, but I'm going to watch it.
Absolutely.
I have to. But from what I understand, it really gives us information we don't need to move forward with the next set of stories.
It seems like they've moved all of the let's move the story forward information blocks. I mean, one, because they had to because pandemic, to the series though. Do you think they're going to keep up with that? Or do you think that Black Widow was just a one-off to get people back into the theater?
I think it was a one-off to get people back into the theater and back used to going and thinking about going out. Because, I think the end of this year is when everything jumped, right? When
yes.
the new... Yeah, so, I think it was a warm-up movie. They didn't really care if anybody really watched it or not.
Yes, Janine, this is our spin-off channel. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus. It's also in theaters.
Yes,
First Marvel film back in theaters. So that's exciting. But it's on the premium thing, so you have to pay like $40 and get it for your people.
Yeah.
Something that you don't have to pay for though, if you have a Hulu subscription, this is the other thing that both you and I did watch and really did enjoy.
Yes.
Summer of Soul.
Man, oh Manischewitz.
I watched
Oh,
this while I was getting my hair retwisted on the 4th of July.
that is truly the blackest thing you ever could have done. And I, you
It's
know,
amazing.
I love Questlove anyway.
Mhm.
I believe he moves very intentionally with his dollars. And for anybody who hasn't seen it yet and doesn't know, this is footage from a music festival in 1969 that happened the same exact weekend that Woodstock did.
Mhm.
And it was shot professionally and everything, but it was buried, and nobody had ever seen any of this footage. So Quest pulled out the footage, put the money up, and these to the artists and did the documentary about this magnificent historic music event that we've been watching white people roll around in the mud and sway to the psychedelics for 50 years. And we didn't know that there was this beautiful, peaceful, lovely festival at the same time, that same weekend, that year. So it's dope.
It is dope. I
And I
really
did, oh,
no go
I'm
for it.
sorry. I still I didn't realize Stevie Wonder played the drums. I don't know where I've been. That was the first time I'd ever seen it.
I was watching that man play the piano, and I was like, he just slapping them keys. He just making the most beautiful sound. I love the little white man that played the drums. It was like, listen, me and my other white co-mate, we knew that we was getting up there playing the drums and the bass in front of a whole black audience, and we was a little nervous, but we just gave it our
Hmm.
all. And I was like, good for you.
I also enjoy. I also enjoyed the fifth dimension section of the documentary
I,
because
mhm.
the musical theater nerd in me
Yep.
enjoyed that part. So,
I also love the Mahalia Jackson moment um,
oh,
with Mavis Staples.
oh,
Yeah. So, Janine said that the team should review this one. It has been pitched. We have talked about it. I think we've just all been trying to find a time because there's been a lot of docu-series about music that have come out. And so I feel like maybe
hmm,
we just we've got Tina, we've got Mary J. Blige, we've got Summer of Soul, that there are all these incredible like music documentaries coming out about black music that I think it might be interesting for us to just maybe like do a whole little thing.
I'm sorry. You said it out loud, and I actually got a tear. Mary J. Blige, My Life, is one of the most heartfelt, beautiful documentaries I've ever seen. Watching all of these people, because they're my age, they're in that was my like era. And
Mhm.
watching these people who you'd heard all these rumors about, it was never any secret that they were all, going through their alcohol and drug addiction and their craziness at that time. That was always part of the story. But watching all these people be so vulnerable and talk about, I was
That's not a
hurt.
cute picture. Jade is better than look at us. She's in between us. It's like we're
That,
friends.
hey, but that woman is a beautiful soul, and she was not cut out for that business. It's beautiful. So that's another one. If y'all haven't seen it, go see that one. Go pull that one up. It's beautiful. I really enjoyed it. Watching Puffy talk like he's a human being was dope. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you have a soul. You're not a
So
demon.
yeah, you know, that's what we're watching. Those are the things. At least a few of the
Um,
things. What else?
yeah,
What else? Anything else you'd like to shout out before we would give the people back their, a little respite this
their
evening?
evening.
Yes.
I have. There is nothing else on my plate. I think I've already talked about the what is the. I talked about all my food documentaries when we did High on the
Hmm.
Hog, and fried, deep fried and battered is the other one. So I've talked to them. So I've watched all that. And yeah, I think that's it for me. That's all
Yeah.
that's on my radar. I'm
Yeah.
very sad that I didn't get to be very honest about this episode.
Listen, but that's okay. Hopefully this 10 minutes of content with us was a little more exciting, was brought you a little more joy and substance, entertainment, nuance than the episode of Loki that we were going to talk about.
Because it gave me nothing except Karen Loki. Well, can I get my Karen Loki, please?
Yeah, yes, please hold on. You can go for it.
Karen Loki. Yeah.
So many feelings. I was like, why are we feeling so many things all the time right now? Like,
I despise that actress. I know. It's not her fault that her face is pinched and she looks just like Tom Hiddleton, whatever his name is. They're trying to make a love story and look like brother and sister. It's gross.
but okay, here's the one thing I'm gonna say, and then we have to stop talking about the episode, I think.
We're gonna stop.
I feel like not only are they trying to make a love story between those two, but this whole series at this point has become this really weird love story to Loki. Like, it's this thing where you're just supposed to fall in love with who Loki is and what he can do and how he's all these different people and he's seen all these different things and always Loki's turning on each other. Like, it just feels like I'm supposed to just really be like, oh, that Loki. Like, I'm just supposed to like love the fact that we're watching all these Lokis engage with each other. And I don't think that's a good premise for a show, personally. But,
I have to say though, Alligator Loki and Jabari Loki.
Listen, did you say Jabari Loki?
You know who Jabari Loki was? Wakanda Loki.
Carla, where can we find you on the interwebs? Tell the people.
You can find me at Carla Stillwell, Miss Stillwell if you nasty, Miss Stillwell 749 on the Instagram, the Facebook, and the Twitter.
And I'm Nick Wickham. I'm at nickwickham.com, the come up with nickwickham.com. Podcast episodes are coming. The first two dropped today. I didn't post about it because I forgot. I got reminded in an email. They were like, your podcast episodes are up. Oh, yes, they are. So season 2, episode 1, episode 2, up now. So check that out. Episode 2 is my episode with Jane Elliott, in which we talked 5 days after the insurrection.
Oh my God,
revisiting that conversation was amazing.
I cannot wait to watch it. She is dope.
And then House of Afros, Capes, and Curls, afroscapescurls.com. Yeah, keep an eye out for the social media about what we're going to do to bring the big shebang to end out Loki next week. Thank you for kicking it with me and Carla tonight, for a little evening entertainment.
Was her song already?
It was What Are Nick and Carla Watching?
What Are Nick and Carla Watching?
We'll see y'all next time.
Hey, hey, hey.